Hi everybody, it's Granny J. Clay here today on this Tuesday, and I just thought I'd drop in for a little bit and maybe do a few show and tell things. I did make a few things yesterday, but they were just little things, and I'll show you those in a minute, but I just can't seem to get where I need to be to really get something serious made, but that's all right. It'll come. Eventually, it'll probably come. But today I thought I'd show you. Number one, I was going to show you some of the things I made from years ago. Some of my first bunnies way back in 91, I think. Let me look at the bottom of this. Yeah, 91. That's when I had called my little business Bountiful Blessings. And so let me just show you a few of those things that I made from way back then. And they're funny to me now just to look at them, but you might enjoy them. So I'll show you a few of those, and then I'm going to show you a few of the things that I've made within the last few years. Actually, they're just jewelry pieces that I have yet to put together, but maybe you'd like to see a few of those. I'll do a few of those as well. But the first one I'm going to show you, and I may have done this before on a prior video, but this is one of the present bunnies that I made. He's supposed to be a gift. As you can see, the body of the bunny is a gift. And he's got quite the chunky bow there. But anyway, he's got a couple of ears hanging around there and some feet coming out of the bottom of the present. Let's see, what does that say? Yeah, it says Bountiful Blessings, 1991. So it's been a while. Anyway, these older ones kind of make me giggle. They're cute. All right, here's one. And part of her apron broke, but I have a couple of these little lady bunnies. Looks like they're getting ready for Christmas, and oh boy, they're just very elementary as far as how I made these, but you can see she's got her apron on and it's tied in the back, and she's got puffy sleeves on her cute little red dress, and she's got a little wreath around her head and a little bow. So that was her. That again was back in 91. Bountiful Blessings. Here's one that was similar, but she's wearing a little cap. I think she must have been doing some housework or something. She's got her ears about in the same position and then a little apron on as well. It looks like she got bumped back here and scraped. I keep these in a drawer, so they probably do get scraped a little bit. But, so there's another one of those. And then here's a here's a wreath. I'll show you this. Very elementary. Just a little wreath that I had made one time for Christmas, and has a bow and some berries, and I obviously braided the clay, and then I used some white acrylic paint to make the little white dots. That's very elementary too. And you could just hang it on a tree, you could hang it wherever you wanted to. And then this one is really an oddball. It's supposed to be a wreath, and I pushed little things into the clay, little shiny things, if you can see it there. Oh, this one makes me giggle too. And I don't know if I have anything on the back. No, I don't. But anyway, those are some of the old ones that I had made a long, long time ago. I'll show you a few of the ones that I made yesterday. These are very simplistic too, but I wanted to make some little things. So here's a little button-like, almost like a charm, but it's like a little button, and you could drill a hole in it and have it for a necklace. And it's not fancy on the It's not fancy on the back. I didn't make it fancy on the back. So that was this one was a butterfly. So what I did with that is I used a stamp, and I pressed it into the clay, and then when I was done, I put on some Pearlax powder, and then I took it off, the excess off with a piece of tape. And you probably have seen in my videos, you've seen me do something like that. So you can go back to some of my videos and check that out. And here's another one, a little bee, a little bumblebee. And here's another one. This was just a little flower. So they'd be kind of cute, you know, a little necklace. And here's another little flower. Of course, you have to drill, let's see, you have to drill a hole in the top, and I've got a very small drill that I can drill a small hole in the top with that. Okay, now I'm going to get those pushed aside And what I'm going to do, I have got a whole plastic bin just filled with some things that I've already made. So I won't bore you to death or to tears, but I will bring out just a few. So I got them in baggies. So I'll lay some baggies in front of me, and I will show you some things. So this is in a baggie. I'll open that one up and show you what's in there. And that can be used as a necklace, and I do have a little hole drilled in that. And I also have some earrings as well, and a smaller disc that could also be a necklace. So that's that one. Oh, and I want to show you the back. I started really making the backs nice when I started making jewelry. And I just think it's nice to have a texture on the back as well as something on the front. So that was that one. And let's see, what's this one? Well, you've seen these. I did a video on these as well. Let me just show you that. I'll turn it maybe this way. Sorry, that's not working. Let me just show you this way. I've already put something on to make a necklace with that. But this was clay I just rolled out, and then I took different caps from different things, and I dipped the cap in acrylic paint, and I just put it on the clay in different colors and different size caps. So that's how that turned out. And there's several of the earrings and so forth in here. Here's a different shape that I made, kind of like that. And I'll show you the back of that one too. It looks more like kind of like a waffle on the back. So that's that one. And here's just a whole bunch of beads in a bag, and they're a deep purple and turquoise, and they can be strung for a necklace. Let's see if I can just pull one out for you. I'll show you a little bit better how that looks. I know these aren't exciting, but it's what I've got for today. So there is one of the beads, if you can see that. Yeah, I can't see it that way. Okay, I'll just do this. So you could put that on a necklace easily. I have made a bunch of jewelry up too, and I've given most of that away to people. Here's a bag of beads where, I don't know if any of you have ever made paper beads, but these are wrapped like a piece of paper would be wrapped for a paper bead. And so what you do is you roll out some clay, whether it's a mixture of two different kinds of clay or whatever you've got. Like here's two different kinds here. There's a little bit of a red and then a pinkish. And here's some more brown and golds and purples over there, greens. Anyway, you roll out one sheet of clay, and then you start cutting long triangles beside each other. And then once you get them all cut, you start rolling from the wide end up to the small end. And then you put them in the oven, you bake them, and you get beads. So these can be accent beads for necklaces. And let's see, what else have I got here? Something else that would be, oh, these are hilarious. Let me just take these out for you and show you. These are huge. I actually made, oh gosh, how many of these? I've got just two of them right now, but I had some other ones. And I had made this cane. And I don't know if you know what a cane is, but I made this flower. And it was just a long hot dog-like cane, and then you chop pieces off, and then I rolled them to get bigger, and I just placed them on here. And inside of here is kind of a wooden form. Anyway, I placed it on there, and then I put some sort of a glaze on it. So that's that, and I had two of those, and then I have more, but these are a little bit smaller and a different color too. So there's some more that I made. You can tell they kind of glisten a little bit. But these are really big beads, and You could put it on a scarf and let it hang down in the center of the scarf if you wanted to. I did have it on a necklace, but I really didn't like the necklace I made, so I just took it apart. Let's see, what else can I show you? Oh, these are kind of fun. These I call Chinese, or I don't know, beads, because that's what they remind me of. They kind of look like that. And I've made some jewelry out of this, and I do have that necklace over there. I'll have to show you, but here you go. Here's a bead, a long bead. As you can see, it's got a hole on both ends, and you can string something right through it. And it's colorful. And what I did was I used a bunch of scrap clay for that. And so you could put this on a single piece of leather or chain or whatever you wanted to. But I've got others that I can use as far as that goes too. These smaller ones, you see how this one's pretty big. But I have made a necklace out of this. I'll have to get that out sometime and show you. But those are tube beads, they're called. Tube beads. So I just keep looking at all these things that I've done in the past and thinking, where did I come up with all of these things? I don't know. All right, hang in there, guys. I'm going to get some more. Oh, here's something really pretty. I like these colors. If you like green. This is really pretty color, I think. Anyway, and I've drilled a hole in that. So that can be a necklace. And then I've got some smaller ones. Those could be earrings. And then some that are even smaller yet. That could be earrings as well. Turn it this way. So I've got all kinds of things that I can do with this. I just haven't put all of them together yet. I've put several of them together, but not that one. Okay, why don't I show you this? This is really pretty colors. They're green and purple and white and blue, and they are curved actually. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. They're curved. All right. Here's a bead, and this is for a bracelet. And you see how there's a hole drilled here and a hole drilled here, so that if you wanted to, you could make a bracelet for it like that. And it can hang loosely or it can hang tighter, but it's kind of pretty colors. And here's another one that's a little bit kind of close in color, but not exactly. And then I've got other ones that are smaller that you could make earrings out of. So that's that. And here's one that I made a long time ago. You ever make things and then you think, I have no clue why I made that, but it's kind of big. And big necklaces were in for a while, and I don't think they are as much anymore, but it was kind of a woodsy, kind of leaves, and then the back had an imprint on it, and then I think you can see my initials. Maybe you can't see it very easily. JH. So that was that one. I'll just do a couple more here. Let me see. Okay, here's a whole bunch of these that I've made. I like to do this technique. Let me get one out and show you. And there might be another one. Oh yeah. This is the same kind of a technique, but different colors. And if you can see how I had placed torn off pieces of clay onto a piece of black clay. And then I smoothed it out. I ran it through, what do you call it? Oh, you know, where I process the clay. Anyway, I rolled it out, and then I cut a piece out here, and I added another piece in there. So it would just have a different look to it. But let's see if I can open this up, and maybe you can get a better idea of what I was doing here. There we go. And in the background, you sort of can see the black in there. So I actually ripped pieces of clay off after I had rolled them out and got a sheet of clay. I put different pieces of clay on that piece of black clay. And then I took it through the processor that I've got over here to make it all be smooth and come together nicely. So I think it was gray and looked like purples and blues on a black background. Anyway, here's the back that I made for it. But I have several of those left, and they're sparkly. I don't know if you can tell that. Here. Can you tell that it's kind of sparkly? Anyway, so I have several of those, and those would make pretty necklaces too. I'll put that over there. Let me see what else I can show you that you might be having interest in. Oh, I just noticed this necklace. You may have watched my video where I had all the children's necklaces. Here's one of those that I have left, a little giraffe. And I just made it so they could put it over their head. Just a little giraffe. So that's that. And let's see, what else do I have? Oh, here's some pretty beads as well. I'm not going to take these out. You can see pretty easily. But I make beads once in a while so that I have something to put on my necklaces, add to it. And these are kind of big. Let me see. I'm going to measure them. They're about 1/2 inch. So what I'm thinking is that I need to make things that are smaller now. Beads that are smaller so I can use more on a necklace. Yeah, let's see. What else have I got here that you might want to see? This is goofy. This is a goofy one. I got a new tool once. Let me just grab a drink of water. I got a new tool, and it made this clay come out like an accordion. I ran the clay through it, and it looked just like an accordion. Look at that. Isn't that something? And then I used eyelets here. So I brought this piece of clay around, and then I put an edging around the whole edge of it. But that can be a necklace, but it's an oddball. It's really odd. It's one of those things I think, oh yeah, who's ever going to wear that one? Anyway. Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. Oh, I think these are pretty. I made, oh, you can see the background on my wall here. I still have my letters that spell claying, C-L-A-Y-I-N-G, and I think I'm going to use just the 4 letters and just put clay behind me here. As you recall, I had my lot of, oh, what are they called? Christmas decorations hanging behind me before. And I still have several of those, so I can show those to you someday too. But these are so pretty, I think. It's just my opinion. But they're so Christmassy. They've got red and green and white and a little black and a little gold. And on the back, it has a pretty marking. But those would be ready to string for a necklace too. Just put it on a necklace. Oops. So put that there. Let's see what else I can show you, folks. Oh, this is pretty. This is a blue, purple, and white. And I made a couple of different kinds of pieces. So here's one, teardrop form. Do you see the hearts on there? I really thought those were pretty colors. And then here's another one. Only this one is shaped differently, but it still has the same colors and the hearts on it. And then I also have, and you notice I've drilled holes in them. And then I've also got smaller pieces. So you could either wear this as a necklace or you could wear these as earrings, depending on what you wanted to do, I guess. Whoops, they're slippery. I'll just hold this one up. And I've got another one just like it. Okay, but then I also have some small pieces that can be used for earrings. And like I said the other day, if you make something for your ears, at least I feel this way myself, I don't like it to be so heavy. I just don't want it to pull on my ears so much. I just want it to be kind of feather light. And so I'm learning, and I would probably change some of these earrings to be smaller now. All right, I'll just do a couple more, and then I will, let's see here. All right, I'll show you the green ones. This may be really boring to you, and I'm sorry if it is. You can turn me off. Here we go. This is a, oh, that wasn't supposed to be an arrow, but it kind of looks like an arrow. So that's the piece for the necklace. That's the back of it. And then here are the, and these are lightweight actually. Here's the little earrings that would go with that necklace. So I have all kinds of things I could give as gifts, that's for sure. And I've given most everything that I make away. And I think I've told you that, but I enjoy doing that. If any of you are interested in any of this stuff, let me know. Okay, maybe I just have you pay the postage and you could have it. All right, let's see. This is a little bit different. I'll show you this one. This is one of the bigger necklaces when I was into making the larger necklaces. And then I made earrings to go with it. But I really think that's kind of pretty. Isn't that pretty? Oh, there's a piece of fuzz there or something. But that's been imprinted. And then, let's see, what did I do with that one? Oh, that's got acrylic paint on it. Where you brush the paint on it and then you wipe it off, and what stays in the crevices stays in the crevices. So that's pretty easy. And then I had cut a piece out of the center. Here's the back. Here's the back of it. And here are the two earrings that I made to go with it. And these are lightweight. I guess when you start cutting things out of the middle of a piece of clay, they get lighter. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that you might find interesting. Oh, this is actually a hoot. Oh yeah, this is one of those that you don't want to show anybody, but I'll show it to you. It's not that big a deal. This is one big piece, and it's got a bird. I don't know if you can see that. And I put 2 holes in it so you could wear it for a necklace, but it would have to be for someone who is a very big person. I couldn't get away with wearing this. I couldn't. But somebody that has a larger chest than me could probably. And that's the back of it. But this was just kind of a one-of-a-kind deals, and don't believe I'll be making anything that big anymore. So that's that one. And let me see if I have missed anything you might have an interest in. Sorry, I could have picked these out before, but we'll just do this really impromptu here. Okay. Now here's some more blue. I just happen to really like blue, I guess. So here's some blue and white, and kind of a sparkly silver. And I put a bigger hole in it. I don't know if you can tell that it's sparkly. I'm trying to get it to shine. Anyway, so that's that in the back. This is pretty plain on the back. I don't know why I didn't put something on the back. And then I made smaller ones as well. I made a heart. And it would hang here, so it would hang lopsided a little bit. So that's that. And let's see. I got other things in here, but I don't know that you're really interested in all this other stuff. I'll show you this one. Here's purple and blue again. I guess I like purple and blue. But I like the looks of this. Okay. And I'm going to put it this way. This is, these are several different, well, not several, blue, purple, and a lighter lilac, I think, color that I put together in one sheet. And then what I did is I took a toothpick and drew down through the clay. And maybe I'll do that sometime for you. I may have done that already, but it makes it look so unique and so pretty when you drag it through the clay like that, if you can see it. Anyway, so that's that one. And I may just stop there. Oh, I'll show you these as well. These are hollow beads that I made quite a while ago. And I had a stamp that had, that was a Christmas stamp, and I stamped the clay And then I cut circles out of the clay. Let's see which, I gotta see which goes first here. So here's the one that would go first. And you can see there's a cow and a couple of shepherds. And then here's some, let's see. And well, I guess that's Joseph right there too. And then here are some wise men. Let me do it this way. Okay, it's hard to hold these. I got a third one too. Okay. So it tells a story, if you can see. There's baby Jesus in the manger, and Mary and Joseph. And then here's also a star that's supposed to shine at the end. Let's see, we'll go like this. So it would be the three of them in a necklace, and they're light, really lightweight. And I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. I drilled a hole right here, and then of course right across from it. And you just string this, whatever you want to string through there. And I think my very first one that I made similar to this, they were different colors. I used a stretchy fabric that would go through there. Anyway, so those are the hollow bead clay pieces. And let's see if I have anything unique. Oh, these are just oddball beads, but they're kind of pretty. I like the pink ones especially. Yeah. So I just keep things like this in a bag all together, so that when I'm looking for a certain color, then I can go to that color and pull it out to make a necklace or whatever. I'm going to check one more time, and if I don't see anything, I'll let it go. Let it go, let it go. Okay. That's about it for now. Well, these are actually hilarious. So I got to show you these. Do you see the big hole in those beads? These are purple. And this is clay. And what I did with this was how do I even explain this to you? But there is a certain material you can put in here and wrap the clay around it. And once they've baked, then you pull the clay out with the tweezers, or you pull the material out with tweezers. It's almost like a cotton. And so they're very hollow, and they're very lightweight, very lightweight, but they're kind of big, and they're purple. You know, I'm kind of figuring out I like blue and purple. Yes. Okay. I think that's about all. That is about it. I got more in there, but I don't want to bore you completely. So anyway, thanks for sticking around with me today. I talked to my mom today, and as I told you, she's in a healthcare center where she's being taken care of, and she has been battling dementia. And I talk to her every day, at least once a day, and sometimes twice a day. I used to go visit her every day. But now that we can't do that, it's really been tough. So today I talked to her, and she said that she just didn't want to stay there. She didn't think she should be there today. And I said, "Oh, why not, Mom?" And she said, "Well, I just don't think I should be here." And so we talked through that a little bit. I try to turn it to the upside as much as I possibly can and tell her how blessed she is to be at a place where, you know, they take good care of her and so on and so forth. And that seems to help. And I remind her that she's right where she needs to be and where she's being taken care of very well. And we're very thankful. And when all this flu stuff is over with, then I will be able to come and see her again, and so will my brother. Excuse me. And she said, okay. And then that was kind of that. At the end of the conversation, she said, "I didn't know I was going to have such a long conversation today." Oh, so you never know what she's going to say or how it's going to come out, but it was funny. Anyway, I love my mom, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to be able to see her again. She's 95, going to be 96 in August, so I count the days I have with her. I love having her here. Well, I hope you guys have had a good day today, and I just hope you're blessed and enjoying the time together as a family. If you have family with you, you can always do things You know, I gave my husband a croquet set last year for Christmas, or not for Christmas, for his birthday. And so I think what we're going to do, we've had a beautiful day here today in the high 60s in Kansas. And so one of these days we're going to dig out the croquet set and just go out in the backyard and play a little croquet. And that'll be kind of fun. We played that when I was growing up. Anyway, that's all for today. Kind of rambling here, but I'll let you go for now. And have a great evening. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.